Hello, everyone. Hope everybody had a safe and happy Halloween. It is November the 1st, and this reading is about what you can expect for November. What is your November 2018 going to be like? I have 4 piles of cards, 4 cards in each pile. The stones have been randomly chosen just to help you identify which pile you have chosen. Take a moment and choose between pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. You can go ahead and pause. I will include timestamps for where I start interpreting each pile in the description below. And if you are ready, let's begin. So the first stone we have here is rose quartz, very lovely stone. Let's see what your November is going to be like. Okay, so completion, service, 7 of Wands, and the Dead. All right, this is very interesting. So it looks like this has something to do with work for you. It's something that you're passionate about, something that you really have to apply effort to. Number 7 tells me that it is a challenge. But it is a spiritual challenge. This is about something you are trying to grow, something you're trying to see evolve, something you're trying to see take flight from just the seed of an idea. This could have to do with you being an entrepreneur. Maybe you're starting a business, or maybe you're looking to finish a project at work or possibly be promoted. It seems like there's a lot that's coming at you right now. Like you've got some things, some obstacles that appear to be standing in your way, that appear to be assailing you from all sides. But when you investigate this card further, the person, he does obviously look like he's in a fight, but he has the advantage. Notice how he is on the higher ground, and those that are trying to reach him actually can't because they are beneath him. And so understand that you have definitely what it takes to succeed here. This is further corroborated by this card here, the full moon, talking about bringing things to completion. It also confirms that it is not only something to do with day-to-day work, but also spiritual work. The full moon is a symbol of the subconscious, the divine feminine, things that are hidden, things that are going on behind the scenes. And it seems like November is going to be that month for you where all that hard work and effort is finally going to start to pay off. November is a month for you to be of service to others. I'm also going to add being of service to yourself, because you can't properly serve others if you're not taking care of yourself. The card says, I feel good when I can help others. So it sounds like this project is something that, will not only have benefits for you, but it's also going to pay out for other people in the long run. Being of service, I won't say that's what everybody is supposed to do, but at the same time, the earth is really a community. We are all organisms living here. We all affect each other in some way, either directly or indirectly. So when you can give back, when you can contribute to the well-being of one thing or one person or a group of people, then that just adds to the good energy, the good juju, the good mojo that's going around for everybody. You're probably a person that really likes to be helpful to others, and that's good. Or if you're not, maybe you should consider stepping out of your comfort zone and being of service to other people, because there is joy there. There is peace. There is completion, the realization of dreams and goals. Now, this card says the dead. This is from the 40 Servants deck by Tommy Kelly. And this card, to me, right here, is talking about drawing on past wisdom. Maybe there's somebody that you can look to for inspiration. Somebody in your life that you know now, or maybe that you knew in the past, who has done what you're trying to do right now successfully. You can call upon their examples for reference. And that's part of the reason for experience. It's something to teach you. We can definitely stand to learn a lot from the experience of others. On a more spiritual note, this card is indicating that your ancestors have a message for you. Again, relying on that past wisdom. They've lived life already, and so they have an inside scoop on things that, maybe you haven't experienced yet. They can clue you in to steps that you need to take, perspectives, outlooks, ideas that you can focus on that will help you get where you need to go. And even if it's not about necessarily getting where you need to go, getting in touch with the ancestors will also help you stay grounded. It'll help you feel connected. And, when you're so busy trying to make things happen, it's really easy to get distracted by everything that's going on, and you kind of lose yourself in it. Connecting with these folks here will replenish your foundation. You'll feel stable amidst the chaos. It won't just seem like you're caught in a tornado. You'll be that thing that the tornado couldn't blow down because you had a strongly rooted and firm foundation. Okay, November. Number ones. That was cool. Okay, number 2. If you pick deck number 2, here it is. Okay. Okay, so for my number 2s, right off the bat, I have the 8 of Swords. Show it to you upright. It's a person. She's bound, beset on all sides by various swords that are sticking into the ground. The suit of swords in the tarot represents the element of air. So we are dealing with the mental realm. The number 8 is talking about cycles, revolutions, things that go around and around. The number 8 is also very similar to the infinity symbol. So we're talking about endings and beginnings. With this card being reversed, it looks like a situation that was causing you a lot of mental anguish is going to either come to an end or is going to get a little more intense. And I say either or because the reversals can really be taken either way. I know quite a few people that don't even read reverse tarot cards just because there's really no set way on how to interpret them. But I think the reversals can be helpful because sometimes it's telling you something isn't happening enough or there's too much of it. So again, I will say you are either coming out of this situation or you are about to reach the point where it can't hold anymore. Like you're going to have to cease and desist with this behavior. Because what this person is doing is ultimately being trapped by all the thoughts, the worries, the fears, the cares. Or, they are not having a fresh perspective on a situation. It might be feeling kind of hopeless, might be feeling kind of blocked and delayed. And again, this is either something that is finally coming to an end for you so that it can give way to happiness, to clarity, to joy, or it is something that is finally going to reach its breaking point because, for one reason or another, you refuse to see what's actually going on with you. Again, definitely seems like a mental issue, possibly mental health, something mental health related that you're dealing with, but definitely something that you've been thinking about, that you've been pondering, trying to figure out, and maybe you just feel like there's no way out of it. Okay. November for my number 2s is going to be a time of earth magic. I feel like this is one of the ways that you're going to find relief from this situation. Connecting with plants, connecting with stones. As you can see, I have my crystal friends here. I've got some on the table. I'm wearing some of them. Like, yeah, these are my buddies. This card is labeled fairies. Fairies are fantastic. They are magical. From a very adult standpoint, obviously, a certain type of mind would say, oh, this is imaginary. But that's part of the whimsy of life, is being able to believe in the unbelievable, being able to take a step out from what is considered normal or right or tradition, and allowing yourself a new perspective, to see the magic and wonder of life. I feel like this card is saying that there is something to be gained from connecting with the earth, going outside and grounding, maybe painting a scenic view, taking a walk, doing rituals outside. I mean, there are any number of ways that you can connect more with nature so that you can see the beauty that's actually all around you, instead of all of these swords that are just holding you in place. That being said, the journey for you at this point is towards abundance. So, finding your way out of this situation through this medium is going to lead you to a place of abundance. It says, I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Now, I couldn't even make this up, because here we have this card that's talking only about being limited. She's completely limited. She can't move. She can't see. She can't walk. Like, it's a cloudy day. It's all bad in this card. But when you connect with this earthly energy, this rejuvenating energy, this life-giving energy, then, you can open the door for yourself to get to this point where you not only feel it, but you know it. That's a great part of the journey here, is coming to an understanding about what it is that we know. It's what we know versus what we see. It's what we know sometimes versus what we think, because those are not always the same things. Like, everything could be going to shit around you, but you have to know. You have to know without a doubt that you are unlimited, that you are fully capable, and that you can manifest exactly what this card says, whatever it is that you desire in the physical realm. That also comes from the earth energy. Earth energy definitely has that power and that strength to bring forth things into being. It grows trees, plants, people, stones. I mean, all types of things. So yeah, if you tap into that energy, that divine power, then you'll be able to reap that. Now, this card, the Seer, from the 40 Servants deck, this is about intuition for you. You need to take the blindfold off. But it's not just your physical eyes. This is about your third eye. This is about connecting to the supernal realm, the great subconscious that we all share. This is about connecting to your internal magic and allowing that to shine through. We can blind ourselves to this internal power when we get so bogged down by the scary thoughts that we focus on. You know, we're having fear about a particular situation and we're not sure how it's going to work out. So we worry and it seems like the situation is never going to come to an end. And after you keep yourself awake at night, you pull out your hair, you can't eat, you just get more of that. But with this card, it's asking you to have a different perspective, tune into your intuition, get connected to what actually powers you. Because your thoughts, you know, they're cool, but they don't really have substance unless you give it to them. You know, if you hold on to a thought and you allow it to take form and take shape, then it becomes all the more real. But you have to decide what it is that you're going to focus on. You have to decide if you're going to tap into a higher power, tap into your inner reserves, replenish your inner reserves, let go of what is binding you, what is keeping you held down. Let those airy thoughts go on about their way. They come and they go. They come and they go, but you don't have to hold on to them. You can choose to see things in a different light. You can choose to contemplate on more of what you want and less of what you don't want. And then, that will bring you to your desired end. So in November, for my number 2s, I see quite a few good things happening. I know it may have a rocky start for you. But if you pay attention to the signs that I know you're getting, because if you pick this pile, then you are definitely getting those indications that something needs to change. So go outside, take a walk, have some water, go to the zoo, or maybe not the zoo. I don't really like the zoo. The zoo is cool, but I wish, animals could be free and happy. Or, go to a nature preserve or do something, outside, grow a plant, anything that will put you in touch with the earth's majestic power. If you are someone that believes in the fairy realm, try leaving goodies out for them. They don't like iron, but they do like shiny things. They love to be around people who are friendly to the earth and to the planet. So maybe you can go recycling or go somewhere and clean up a trashy area. The fairies will definitely support any and all of those endeavors. And I feel like that's going to lead you to where you need to be. Okay, and now my 3s. This is the one that I picked. Whew. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oof. Oof. With a capital ooh. Goodness gracious. Goodness me. Okay. So this is number 3s. We got some work to do. I'm gonna just be real straight up with you. We have some work to do. We've got a gift. We are being given a gift in November, Ace of Pentacles. This is the suit of earth. This is about resources, tangible resources, things that manifest. As you can see, there's a garden in the background. It's all lush and the sky is clear, except for this one cloud in this hand, which is an indication that it's a gift. It's a big old shiny coin too. So, you know, definitely about money, about resources. But the thing about these gifts, because all the aces are about gifts, right? But the thing about these gifts is that we have to actually reach out and take it. And then we have to do something with it. We can't just take it and then like stick it under something. You know, that's not going to do anything. You have to actually take this and take action with it and upon it. So November, for us threes, we are being given an opportunity here to make some things happen. We have to be bold. We have to be courageous. We have to be fearless. And when I say fearless, I don't mean absent of fear. Honestly, I don't know if fear ever goes away. It's a part of life. Like, what's the opposite of fear? I've been pondering that for a really long time. I think it's love. I think it's also being courageous, because those are two different ends of the spectrum. But the thing about fear is it's a gatekeeper. If you listen to it and you believe the lies that it tells, then you will only stay on one side of the gate. But if you choose to move through it, if you choose to use it as a stepping stone, then you get to see what lies beyond it, which is usually something way better than what was on the other side. So yeah, we cannot be afraid to step out and do this thing. Definitely something that has to do with money, resources. Maybe you are an entrepreneur, business owner. You have a chance to get in on the ground floor of something. Now's the time. And to confirm that, we have the Green Man here, which is talking about synergy. This is about things coming together, things that are aligning in order for other things to have a vehicle to manifest upon. Getting in alignment. And I see that, you know, this alignment also happens by surrender. It says, I can release my need to control. Like, there's a gift, right? And you have to take action. But you also have to understand that certain things are just going to be out of your control. Like, you can open the doorway, but you can't force people to walk through. Just to use a very broad analogy. You just kind of have to trust the universe, I feel, is what the 3 pile is saying, because things are going to align. You just have to make yourself available for that to happen. It may not necessarily happen the way that you would like it to. Not that it's going to be unpleasant, but you know how it is when we set goals for ourselves. You may have a very specific way that you are visualizing this thing to manifest. But the warning here is to be open-minded, to allow the universe, your higher self, to do its thing. Trust that it knows exactly what it's doing, and that it's all good. Only thing you have to do is take the gift and do what it is that you should do with it, because this is a seed. You know, we can plant the seed, we can water it, we can make sure it gets enough light, we can put it in a good pot, but you can't control the growing. That's something that just happens. That's something that just works out. And here, now, this is the Protector. It's really beat up because I use this card a lot. Yeah. this is telling us threes that we have help along the way. We actually don't have to worry about surrendering to the synergy, because we are protected. We are being guided. We are being reinforced. We are being undergirded and supported by the gift giver. We're not just getting the gifts and then being turned out to the corner. You could just go your own way. No, they're watching over the gift to make sure that it actually grows, that it does the thing that it was given to do. So, in particular, for us threes, you can use this sigil. I encourage you to visit the 40 Servants website. I'm going to put the link to that below, because you can actually access these cards online and the guide for free. The deck is available for sale, but again, you can use all of this for free. These sigils are servants are very faithful. They have never failed me. I will always say positive things about them. Please, please, please check them out. This sign, this sigil, you can use as a means to invoke and enforce and evoke that protection. Have it watch over your gift, watch over you, watch over whoever's involved with helping you put this thing down into the ground so that it can grow. To make sure nothing really gets in the way, if you feel like that's possible. But otherwise, just understand that you are being protected and guided, supported through everything that's happening for you in November. Now that's good news, because baby, I got some things going on, and whoo. Okay, so last pile, my fours. Where are my fours at? Okay, here we go. Okay. Well, I don't read these reversed. Okay, so fours. That's interesting. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about the stones that I put down. I've already forgotten what I said about piles 1 and 2. But for the previous deck, number 3, this is a red jasper stone, and this is about responsibility. To me, it talks about stewardship, taking care of the gifts that you receive. Now, I randomly put this stone to pile 3. Didn't have any idea what the cards were until I turned them over just now. So yeah, this stone is reinforcing that. And this one is reinforcing the message of pile 4. I think this is sodalite. Possibly, maybe, I'm not sure. It's blue, it's kind of gray, not really silver. I associate the color blue with the throat chakra, so this is about speaking out. This is about standing up for what's right, and I see that mirrored here in this servant's card, which is the protester. This is a time for you, again, to speak up and say what's right. If you have an issue or a cause that is personal, definitely stand up and, don't let yourself be pushed over or run over about it. Or maybe this is something that affects a greater scope of people, like a neighborhood or a department or a country or a city. Are you passionate about something that is happening in your life or in the world that you feel is an injustice? Because you need to be talking about it. You need to be getting the word out about it. November is going to be a time for you where things get a little hectic on the outside. Because, I see the Ten of Cups reversed. When you see it upright, it's the family walking off into the rainbow, happy home, happy life, but it's turned upside down. So that's telling me a few things. Things are being shaken up, which, for somebody who is speaking out against injustice, you are the one that's doing the shaking up. But also, you are kind of making yourself a target in a way. Not that people will necessarily try to hurt you, but you know how it is when you are standing up, going against the grain, speaking out for truth and justice, and the people who don't want those changes, they are completely at odds with you about this. And so just be aware that as you do that, you may experience some turbulence while you are on that mission. The thing for you is, while you're doing that, as you're going about this, you need to remember ceremony. The key word for this card is invocation. We can see this lady, she's got all kinds of symbols, crystals. I see feathers. She's got a snake. There's some fire going. She's meditating over her stones. Oh, goodness. There's so much going on. There's a drum. There's some spirit figures in the background. I see some images of goddesses. This is how you're going to protect yourself while you're taking on this dangerous work. This is how you're going to stay grounded. This is what's going to add some extra oomph to what you are doing. This is where you will receive guidance and wisdom about the steps that you need to take. This is how you will refuel yourself. This is how you will stay connected amidst all of the chaos. Establish a safe space and a sacred space for yourself, if you can, in your home. I know everybody is not able to do that. I've known of people to take a box, I'm just going to get the top, but a box that's about this size, and you can store things in there like crystals, a little candle, a little incense or charcoal or some herbs, anything that calls out to your intuition that you can connect with and get to this place where you can draw down this power. That's what invocation is. It's about an indwelling, a filling in of that power that you're calling upon to do the work that you need to do. The soul journey for you number 4s in November is happiness. We see the dolphins, which talk about wisdom. If you're into alien theories, this could be an indicator of star seeds, of following the path and the journey that being a starseed means for you on this planet, in this realm. It says, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So, don't be scared of this. I know everybody wants a happy ending. Hell, I want a happy ending, okay? I don't want my life turned upside down. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes you have to shake stuff up to get things, to where they need to be. And think about this. If you don't speak up, not only are you not allowing yourself to be on the path that you need to be on, where you're going to find the most happiness, the most passion, the most authenticity, but think about the people that you aren't helping when you're not speaking up, because more than likely this change doesn't just affect you. This is something that's going to benefit and affect everyone. The protester, this card is about getting the word out, getting the message spread, having it move like wildfire so that everybody knows about it. It's something that needs to be done, again, because it's not going to just affect you. It's also affecting other people who are also joining you in your cause, and also those who will benefit from the changes that these protests, these cries are going to affect. That has been my What Can You Expect in November reading. I'm so glad that you watched the video. I hope you have been blessed and inspired by this information. If you'd like to reserve a personal reading, definitely message me here or find me on social media. All my information is down below. Thanks so much. Keep a lookout for the planner that's coming out in 2019 for 2019. Have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time you are watching this. I will see you next time. This is Mojo signing off.